Hello everyone, this is Cube Mario, and I welcome you to Dungeons of Dredmor. You're watching me play it, of course, and I'm calling this a walkthrough, but very, very loosely. I figure I may as well just stick with everything else that I, call my videos. Yeah, Dungeons of Dredmor, you can't truly give it a walkthrough, mostly because it is a roguelike, and these roguelike games are very random. If you don't know what a roguelike is, you're gonna know really soon what they actually are. It's going to be kind of self-explanatory. And no, this is not going to get in the way of other videos. This is simply something that I'm doing randomly every now and then, basically to fill in time when I don't have a video for the day or something like that. So don't get all up in arms that, oh, this is going to get in the way of other videos, because no, it's not. This is just going to be me playing this game, chilling out. Not going to be super serious stuff. So I'm just going to hop right in and get a character going. There's different difficulty levels, of course, just like every game out there. I'm going to just stick with the default difficulty. And I'm going to stick with permadeath because roguelikes need to have permadeath. If I happen to die, I'll just start a new character and keep continuing. This isn't going to have a definitive end, so I'm just going to keep going and stop whenever I want. I'm going to go with smaller floors because the game gets absurdly long. And I want to keep things interesting and have things keep happening in the videos faster, so I'm going to just go with that. And this is the expansion pack, the DLC, if you will, that I got. And it changes the game quite a bit. So if you've seen this game before, and you have not seen Realm of the Diggle Gods in action, Diggle Gods, then you're going to be in for a treat, because this game is very different with the DLC and the recent updates. So there's tons of skills available. I don't know what all these do, but I've played this game for like 31 hours, so I do have an idea of how things work. I'm not an expert, but I'm going to do my best. Okay, I'm going to go with swords, because I like swords. And I'm going to go with dual wielding, and Berserker Rage. Artful Dodger, yeah, Artful Dodger is good. Viking Wizardry, yes, absolutely. Assassination, yeah. Okay. Now, the last skill is always the hardest for me to choose, because there's so many good options available for this type of build, which is mostly a melee sword build dude who can stay alive, presumably. Let's go with Master of Arms. That's always a good standby. Okay, let's get this going. I have to choose a hero, female, or male. For the sake of being interesting, I'm going to go with female this time. Not even done a female yet. Apparently get an achievement for it as well. But anyway, I don't know if that's going to work because I'm playing offline mode. Now, let's see, what's a good name? How about Sword Girl, because I have terrible, terrible name taste. It doesn't really matter, because I'm sure Sword Girl is going to die very shortly, because this is a roguelike and anything can happen. There's some text for you to read. You don't have to read it. This game has no real story. And yes, okay. Let's hop right in. So yeah, this is a roguelike. You're probably getting the idea already how this type of stuff plays. You have a lot of loot in this game. Loot is very centric to this. There's also these vending machines. I rarely need to use them, but they're there if you need them. You pay money, and you buy stuff from them, just like in real life. Now, there's lots of interesting flavor text in this game. I'm not going to be reading all of it, because then I'll be sitting here forever boring the crap out of you. I already took a lot of damage because I ran into traps like an idiot. Traps are bad. You don't want to go into traps. Very, very bad. In fact, I should probably use my Power of Magic Steel, which is a Viking Wizardry skill. And that's going to buff my melee attacks considerably, which is why I chose it. Particularly for that ability, but I'm sure there's other good ones as well, but I have not used them yet, because Viking Wizardry is something I've picked up recently and been trying. So I'm not entirely sure how useful it's going to be later on. But we'll find out. So, I'm pretty low at health right now, so I'm gonna have to heal up. And you can heal up with food. Unless you're a vampire, then you can't heal with food. They have a new button here for digesting. If you've seen this game before, digesting is a new thing, I believe. I don't think they've always had it. You could correct me if I'm wrong. And if I'm wrong, I'm sure I'll get billions of comments saying so. This is an Anvil of Krong. I don't like using these unless I get something really good early on, because I feel it's a waste enchanting your gear with, well, if you do get lucky and get enchantment, because you can get bad stuff as well. But anyway, you get the idea. This is a trap, by the way, and I have a 45% chance. And I did not disarm it, so I took damage. That's how it works. Roguelikes are really unforgiving, is what you're gonna find. I'm sure they're even more unforgiving if I up the difficulty. So because I'm playing smaller dungeons, you level up faster, which can make the game a bit easier, but not that much easier. And obviously it has a lot of flavor text, like, you know, you've heard this before. It's from Zelda. Yeah. Some of it's actually really funny, and then some of it's kind of lame, like it uses dumb memes. So I have a bunch of skills here, and I can upgrade them. These are all the ones I chose, and they all have different paths, and they get stronger the further you go in and offer new abilities, just like any RPG out there. So I'm going to go... It's always a hard choice choosing the first one, but I'm not going to waste a ton of time here. I'm just going to pick something. Anything is really good here, so I'm just going to go with the sword upgrade. It's mostly just a random attack, extra attack you can get, and it's entirely random when it's going to trigger. It's an extra little damage boost, really. It's handy. And if you look at my mouse cursor here, you can see up the top that there's stats for my attack. It's my combat log, so to speak. And you get information here on what magic steel does and other buffs you get. The reason I have the map so big is because I can't see it. I'm playing in 720p in windowed mode, so I can't see the map very well unless it's that size. So sorry if it kind of blocks a bunch of the screen, but that's kind of the way it has to be. So destroying these statues is really satisfying, mostly because it makes an awesome sound. Heroic vandalism is very satisfying to hear for some reason. You get a lot of experience for breaking statues. Oh, what's this? I don't think I've seen this before. It's not going to be useful for my build though, but I could probably sell it for a decent amount. So this monster's asleep. The monsters are asleep. It's easy to sneak up on them and kill them. But of course when you hit them once, they wake up and start attacking you. Now Skull Bolt is really, this is this high star thing, and stars are like ratings to kind of give you an idea how good an item is. And when there's high star items like these, you can sell them for a lot. I'm not going to have any use for Skull Bolts because they're for ranged builds, and I'm not ranged, I'm swords, so it's going to be great for me to sell and make a bunch of gold off of. Now, gnomes are new, in case you're wondering, and you've seen the game before the DLC. Gnomes are a DLC thing. They're from the expansion pack, so this is going actually pretty well. This game can actually really destroy you depending on what happens. So, okay, new skill. I'm going to go with, let's go with offensive maneuvering. It would be an extra useful thing for me. So these are all materials. I'm not really going to bother with the crafting at all for this character, so in the case that I die, which is extremely likely, I'm just going to maybe try crafting next time, but crafting is really takes up a lot of time, so maybe I'll just avoid it. But we'll see how things go. Now, another thing about this game, and any roguelike, is things are extremely random, in case I did not say that already. So I have no idea what's going to happen. There's no real way to know what's up ahead. Ooh, that's pretty good. Not bad for a starter gear. I'm going to equip that. And that provides me a resistance to conflagratory. It's kind of a fire resistance, I guess, or something like that. Handy, and it also gives me +1 block, which +1 block is a defense thing. Makes you defend better. That's important. Now, I've actually had a room set up very, very similar to this one. It's not exactly the same, but it's pretty rare to come up with the same kind of room layout in some areas. Usually it's entirely different, but you wouldn't know that, because you didn't see me play before. Now, it's a craft dispenser. Get crafts from it. You can buy stuff, just like all the other vending machines or dispensers or what have you. I'm gonna try disarming these traps, because you can disarm traps, and you can get them, I think, or you can get experience, and experience is good to have. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can get around that trap. Yep. Alright, good. This is a bookshelf. You can go up to them, and you can learn to craft new things. Like I said, I'm not really going to be bothered with crafting, but you can learn new plans for crafting through the bookshelves, and it's entirely random, like everything else in this game almost, what you're actually going to get from a bookshelf. I'm just having no luck with traps, man. Alright. Whites, these can be a little tricky, because they can attack you from the distance, so and they do a decent amount of damage, but they're more threatening when you have really awful gear, or when you are low level. So this is a quest, these are entirely optional, and I'm just gonna see. I'm going to decline the quest for now. I will possibly get back to it later. Quests can make the floors a lot harder. In this case, that quest was going to spawn a tougher enemy, which I don't want that guy roaming around while I'm still clearing the floor, so I'm going to clear most of the floor first, and then I'm going to do that quest. Unless I forget, and then I'm not going to do it. And yes, in case you're wondering, this is live commentary. In case you follow me and you pay attention, I don't normally do this. But this is something that I've been doing more of lately. Ooh, nice ring. Well, it's not that nice, but it's a lot better than what you normally find, trust me. You'll see later on that there's some really awful rings you can find that are just really useless. But yes, live commentary. Something that I like doing recently. It's definitely a lot easier and saves a lot of time. Like I said, this is the chill thing. So, Helm of Threepwood. This is a reference to Monkey Island. And Monkey Island is a really awesome game. I don't know if I'll ever do any walkthrough of it, but because the game is just so funny. Like, I mean, the Monkey Island is awesome. You really need to play it. It often goes on sale at Steam. Highly recommend. Well, it's not that often on sale, but it will go on sale again, trust me. And it is a really, really good game. I'm actually still working on the second game. I have not beat it yet. But I will one of these days. 2 anvil prongs on 1 floor. That's not bad at all. But I don't know if I'll ever make use of them. The thing is, because I want to get a decent piece of gear before I start using that. Because otherwise it just feels like a waste. Oh yeah, and I forgot to address something here. These satanic glyphs, you can just use them to teleport all over the place. Yeah, it's pretty. I think it's pretty self-explanatory, but yeah. Whoa. Okay. Whenever I've tried the short floors, when I was practicing the game a bit before I started doing this recording, I would not find a shop this big. In fact, I was like 3 floors in one time, and I did not find a shop at all. I figured it was a feature of the game, but nope, just another random factor. This is a really big shop, so I'm gonna look through this and see if I can find anything good, because this is pretty awesome. Cutoffs. This is a reference to Arrested Development. For those of you who watched that show, you need to watch Arrested Development if you've not, because that's an amazing show. It's one of the best comedies ever, really. Ooh, okay. This is good. This is a pretty good thing to get early on. Yeah, Iron Dirk, it's a sword class weapon, so I can make use of that really nicely. It's definitely a big upgrade over what I have now. And I'm dual wielding, so I can just add on to that. But first I'm going to sell some stuff to be able to afford that, if I can at this point. I may still be too poor. Oh yes, the skull bolt. That put me over the top. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm getting lots of money because of those two things I picked up. Really help boost my finances here. I have another ring I can grab too, which well, that's a lot of money. That's quite a bit for just that. It might be worth it though, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm gonna... Wait. Actually, I'm not gonna buy this yet, because there could be a better weapon I could find here. I have to look through the whole inventory first. That's not too bad. Less perception, though, on that one. Yes, now we're talking. This is a much better weapon. But I don't know if I can afford both of those swords. Let me check everything first. Okay. The helmet. I don't know if I want to use that one. That one's pretty bad. Yeah, let's see. I guess there's some pretty good stuff here to buy. I'm pretty surprised. Usually get really awful luck. Okay, got the iron dirk. Do I have enough for this? No, I'm just 55 short. That sucks. I think I have something I can buy or sell, though. I'm not going to use this disposable ingot press. So that will give me enough money to buy the rest of what I need. Oh, something just died from a trap, a diggle. That's odd, it followed me into the shop. Okay, I'm gonna equip that. And I'm gonna equip this as well. Alright, yeah, that's a big upgrade. That is a really good start. I'm surprised. Do I have enough money for the cutoffs? No. I may not need to go back and grab them, but I don't have any pants armor right now, so... Or leg armor, whatever you want to call it.